everyone, Pat here. Welcome to my first card sketch stash bash. Today we're going to put together a card using a sketch that I found online. I hope that you saw the sketch and that you have some pieces cut and that you can craft along with me. Let's get started. So here is the sketch that I posted, and here is my sample card. Isn't that just gorgeous? I used the papers from the Stampin' Up catalog called Thoughtful Journey, and they are some nice watercolor papers. They have some gorgeous scenes to them. There's a total of 12 6x6 sheets. So you get a total of 48 sheets of paper, designer paper. And then on the other side, they are just as pretty. You can do a lot of things with these papers. Lots of different colors. Okay, back to our sketch. I'm going to set that right over there. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock for your card base. I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11 and I scored it at 5 1/2 to make my card base. And then I took a piece of white stock for the inside, and that one is cut at 5 by 4 1/4. We have our first piece of colored cardstock, which is cut at 5 by 3 3/4, and then another white piece of cardstock that's cut at 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, and then for our sentiment, it's cut at 1/2 inch by 4, and then our piece of designer series paper is cut at 4 3/4, and then you will want to cut depending on your embossing folder. Some of our embossing folders you can emboss this whole piece, but the one I had was a little bit smaller. I used the distressed tile embossing folder. It's become one of my favorite embossing folders. It's really, really pretty. So I had to cut my actual pieces. After I cut this at 4 3/4, I cut 1 inch, 1 1/4 of an inch, and then another inch, and then I cut a 1/2 inch piece off the bottom for the inside of my card. So this is what I ended up with for my pieces. So the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and take care of the inside of that card. I'm just going to attach that right along the bottom. Got that all done. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my white cardstock for the outside to my green cardstock. It just gives us about 1/8 of an inch of a border. And then if you're using scene paper, you want to make sure that you have your pieces in the right order. And I'm going to start with my left side. And I'm just going to line that up so we just have a little bit of a border there. And then I'm going to take my right one and I'm going to do the very exact same thing. And then my middle one, I am just going to slide that in between the middle, and I'm going to attach that to the front of my card. It's really sticky. And then I'm going to use some Memento ink, and my sentiment I took from Changing Leaves bundle. It says, "You are amazing in every single way." Then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to dovetail the ends. I'm just going to gently fold that together and give a nice little clip. And I bent it around so I can match the other side. And then I'm going to take some foam tape I'm going to set that aside for a minute. You see on my other card I used some of our linen thread, and what I did was I just wrapped it around 3 fingers 3 times. Then I took a glue dot and I stuck it on there. And I kind of rolled it so it would attach all those ends together. And you can kind of manipulate it a little bit. Just going to set that down on the card. And add our sentiment over it. And there we are. Another beautiful, beautiful card. I hope you enjoyed this today, and I hope you make your own creation and post it on either my Paper Crafting with Pat Facebook page or my Paper Crafting with Pat group. And I hope you look forward to what we will do next month. Thanks for watching.